Do we need another one? Yes, and let me tell you why. We're gonna need another one, and you know, these budget things get thought out about what you take each year and what you ask for each year. But as you guys know, more than ever before, the DA's office has entities, cities, communities coming forward to us where we are now taking more independent investigations than ever before in the history of the office. And it is, as I fully understand, disappointing to those people that bring us those investigations that we can't more timely or address them. And part of the reason is because of our limitations with the number of investigators that we have. We have to prioritize. And right now, when we're preparing for criminal trial, and we've got a death case coming up in April, capital murder death case in April. Things have to take a back seat, and we can't go through things as fast as we'd like to go through them. So is there a need for more investigators? There always will be a need for more investigators. I've never seen so many independent investigations now come to the office as they are now. And that, you know, they each have their unique volume, their unique set of circumstances. The one from Lamar continues to grow. Last week, another issue came to us out of Lamar, and that one's not ending. We've got one in Bio Vista right now also that's right behind the Lamar. And I would love to have another investigator, but I've got to deal with the realities of the county budget too right now. So,
is there a way, I mean, and some of this you can't because it's under investigation, but are you finding with these, I would call public integrity cases, I guess would be the best in terms of use for it, that most of them don't even fall under the jurisdiction of the, on the criminal side, that they're mostly civil proceedings, or so something should be going to the AG, or?
no, I can't say that. We look strictly for the criminal allegations. We sort through the nonsense. We sort through the I don't like this person and I don't like that act and those kind of things. And we have criminal matters to resolve, and they're going to be resolved before a grand jury. And Lamarck started with us by being brought to us from the Texas Rangers, who said, "I don't have time to look at this. Here you go." So it went somewhere else to begin with. And the Texas Rangers brought it to us. And at that point, it was one issue dealing with an RFP, and now which has ballooned into just a number of different issues. So things grow on the vine, and I think the AG is available. I know he's available to assist, but my experience is what's local gets handled the quickest at the local level. Does that mean it happens fast? No, it doesn't always happen fast. You remember the League City trash investigation?
Yeah.
It probably took us over 6 months to get through that. But once we started an investigation, we're not.
No, just keep going.
Okay.
Quieting them down. He's just quieting them down.
Once we start an investigation, you know, we're not going to rush through it. We're not going to rush through it without turning over every stone that we got to turn over. Mm-hmm. And that's all my chief investigator's been doing. 80,000 emails on Lamarck. 80,000 emails to read on Lamarck alone. And I've got every spare moment of every investigator spent going through those emails. And we can't close the book and go, that can't be important. It's come to us. We're diligently sorting through it. And by the time we go to grand jury, we'll be able to answer all the grand jurors' questions.
80,000 emails from different sources? One source?
Different sources.
Wow.
Let me just ask this.
Okay, come on. That's what I'm here for. Right?
Would it be, are there so many of these, I mean, regardless of value, I hear from the same people you're hearing from in
Right.
I mean, we can just go ahead and say that at least some of the material that is being sent to you probably is not anything more than politics at its lowest level.
That's our first filter. That's our first filter we make. Here's a complaint. Is that just politics stuff? It is. It's set aside. Move along to what we think may be criminal.
But just as a matter of managing the volume, would it make sense to hand one of your prosecutors, maybe not a full-time job, and say, here, you've got the portfolio of being a public integrity person, the complaints about, from municipal governments about one official versus another.
Donna Good came to us from Public Integrity Division in Harris County. If I've got an immediate public integrity issue, she's there to take it on. But do we have a public integrity prosecutor? No. And is the fact that I have an investigation from Bio Vista and an investigation from Lamar enough for me to justify a full-time prosecutor for public integrity? No, it's not. Not in my estimation.
Are those the only really two that are going on right now?
Those are the
two big ones?
two. Right.
Because League City's wrapped up.
League City was done. Now, when it's a matter of that's, it doesn't matter if I have a prosecutor or not right now. Investigators got to go through and read these. They have to go through these emails. They've got to go through these emails. They've got to go through this evidence and see what we have. I mean, they're going to prepare the case. But Donna being there with her public integrity background makes it very easy for us to make those kind of calls once we weed through that evidence. I don't know if you heard me. We had to cut. I cut a prosecutor. I cut 2 support staff. I can't go higher. Would it be great? Yeah, but we don't live in the world where I get to go, give me some more money, please.
And in fact,
I'm paying a prosecutor right now. I mentioned the discretionary funds. I'm not costing. I'm paying a prosecutor to come in right now where our greatest need is in grand jury. Part-time prosecutor out of our discretionary funds. Money's taken from the criminals, and that's the decisions you make in the elected position. Where is my greatest need? My greatest need right now is in where my high priority cases, my felony cases, are coming into that office. And we're paying a former first assistant, Susan Martin, for part-time work to come in 3 days a week and assist in my grand jury section. And that's money well spent.
Is it having an impact helping?
Well, certainly.
Helping out?
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't be willy-nilly paying her the money I'm paying her if it wasn't there for good reason. And it is having an impact on grand jury.
What about pulling somebody off of misdemeanor?
Okay. I don't know where you're getting your questions from, but misdemeanor is the high volume. 10,000 of those 13 to 14 are misdemeanor cases. You know how many misdemeanor prosecutors we've got handling 10,000 cases a year? 6, 2 in each court. It's a huge caseload, probably over 300 cases for each misdemeanor prosecutor. And a chief who's not only responsible for his own caseload, the high priority misdemeanor cases, but also for educating those misdemeanor prosecutors. If someone's telling you that I've got room to pull a prosecutor to go handle 2 city public integrity issues, I don't agree with it.
Well, no.
They're on the outside looking in.
Yeah, and that question was from me, and it is from a person on the
Right.
outside.
Right.